These are like different subs. I got it all from the same site, so it should be fine. Prove to me how dumb you are. Yeah, well, she goes on it. Well, Nina was like always stubborn. Well, she needs to prove how smart she is. That's also why she is like the glasses. Wasn't she good with like language? I think she was. 50? Okay. The balls on this man. That's a weird clock. The clock is like punched into the wall. I guess that's what rich people do.
Together.
Yes. Because this is the gimmick, is like they're like specialized in like 5 different subjects. Actually, yeah, well, you see, if they did do the fusion dance, then they would all be like equally perfect. I could do the opening again, but I'm not sure if I want to sing it every time.
Technically, yes, actually, if they would have just be a fusion. However, at the same time, that just gives you a Mary Sue character.
Mm-hmm. Well, well, you get that, but
I already know how most people feel about the Mary Sues.
well, there's also like the Mary Sue personality, which is like the whole like feminist, strong, independent woman. I'm gonna like swear and whatever, and this like angry kind of character, and that's just people ask like, oh, why do you like watch anime? Why don't you watch like superhero movies? Well, it's because like all the characters in our movies are like these weird like stereotypes where it's like, oh well, we got like this black guy, and like they all have their like roles, like blacks today. It's you either have like the black like friend character who dies. Other black people talk about this all the time. Or you have like the black like mentor master character, and then like the Asians is like the like nerd sidekick. Which you in like the 80s, it used to be like the blacks were like the nerdy sidekick. Like you just have like this white guy with like a six pack, Arnold Schwarzenegger guy packing heat, and then he has this like black nerd sidekick. But now it's like you have like the Asian nerd sidekick, or you have like the Asian wingman, or the wingman is like gay. I find,
That's a common trope now, too.
and I also find a lot of the time they like make like Hispanic gays. They're like, well, we need a Hispanic and we need a gay, so we'll just like combine them in one. Although the Hispanics are like quite anti-gay overall, but no, I don't think they care. They just need to fulfill their quota of rainbow people on display. And we need to start putting in like Hindus pretty soon because they're getting more powerful in our country, which makes sense. They're like a third of the British government at this point, so
The horror might teach you.
I think that's the first time Nina was in her like uniform time. Maybe not, but Miku is like almost always wearing the same thing until like season 2. Then they like change it, but Uitsuki has her like little hair twitch thing. Well, Miku might name this. I don't know Japanese history that much, so at least I don't know the names. So oh, that's her reaction to it. That's her answer to it.
Just nothing.
Just the squishy face. that is like the nerd image. I can make that like my desktop background.
Social distancing.
Yeah, but for non-COVID reasons. History Chan. Ooh, isn't that shot nice? Miku Chan has a high IQ. Uh, oh, I thought she like took it from him or something. I didn't get that. Well, she's like the most shy, so she's. Wow, is he though? Well, I guess he kind of is, because he's like, well, I mean, technically, he's like, hey, do this test, and if you do good, then I'll like leave you alone. But oh well. Well, Yotsuba's never hated him, but Yotsuba's always trolled him.
Yotsuba's just a ditz.
Aha! But that's the part of it. I'm not even sure if Yotsuba really ends up liking him. Like, she seems to really just stay mostly the same.
Yeah, Yotsuba, but I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Honestly, the one who changes the most in terms of like how she likes him and whatnot is probably like Ichigo, because well, she kind of like flip flops with it, where she's mostly trying to like push Miku onto him, which I love how they did that, and then she kind of starts liking him. She gets probably the most moments with Futaro though, overall, and oh, love. It says love. You thought it would say something epic like death or something, considering this background.
No, it's like love is war. Love bad thing.
That's pretty much what it is. Oh, kawaii. Oh, what do you do with that? I wasn't expecting you to just go on that right now. Come on, dude. Contain the kawaii. Oh, wow. I didn't remember they jumped on this that quickly. Oh, yeah, they do it, and he can't judge it because he has Asperger's. I would be the same, though, granted. Oh, no, this implies something very deep. Oh, this! I love how they did this. What was it about Oda Nobunaga? Well, there was that, kawaii reaction, so, who knows? What are you grinning about? Ooh, well, he is grinning. Calm down, dude. Calm down, dude. That's where the soul of the simp manifests.
Indeed, it does.
He has, like, anxiety, so he just goes to the chalkboard and does a bunch of division equations. Ooh. It's rare that she actually just has her headphones on and not down. That deep heartbeat sound. She's in love with, like, Japanese samurai.
Yep.
Maybe she's just quiet because she is just shy in general. That was a good one. Oh, bloody, was that from wasn't that from the time where Japan was split in like a million pieces? There was like 200 different countries in Japan. I think so. The Japanese love talking about that period. I don't. I don't remember which it was called though. I don't remember the Japanese periods. I just remember the Japanese dynasties. Well, Miko on her phone. Hey, hey. But the phones nowadays seem like more resilient. Like the phones today die because I don't know. I'll like flick the screen and then it cracks, but I can like drop it on the floor and then it's fine. It's the opposite of what it used to be. What was it? Oda Nobunaga mode? Well, she's a history nerd. I am too. A Sengoku period, right, right, right. That's the Japanese talk about that all the time. And you can even see the millions of countries all around there. And thus the nerds are pleased. Oh, it's weird to see Miku in that. That is, I don't think you ever see that at another point. Oh, yeah, I like bearded old guys. Yeah, okay.
My favorite kind.
Oh, well, nothing wrong with old guys, nothing wrong with a beard. Although that guy had kind of a strange one. Yeah, maybe facial hair just is not made out for the Japanese. I'm not sure. Oh, well, they can pull it off, but they just don't try at this point.
Yeah, it was more popular back when.
In like samurai mode, Japanese beard, the Fu Manchu mode.
And everyone didn't have a razor on them.
Yeah, you don't want to take the sword right to the chin on that one. Oh, here we go. Oh, well, she goes on trivia mode. She doesn't get to like give him a Sengoku period history quiz another time. So you're a nerd, you can do it. That's a very Japanese name. Well, we'll assume he knows everything she's talking about, and he's not doing like the catfish. Yeah, I know that's the case, right? Well, that is how you do it. Okay, she's gone on nerd mode. It's sunset at this point, but hey, land of the rising sun.
You gotta meet on even ground.
Well, that is how you do it. That is how you make people put in work. That's coercion. That's the art. I mean, it's what was required for me, because. But there's deciding to try, and then there's just being interested, and being interested makes it easier to try. I think we have the thing where he like puts like that whatever it is. I don't know if it's popped or whatever it is on her like face, and that's very kawaii.
Unfortunately, he done goofs.
It doesn't have snot in it. Is that translated right? That sounds strange. It doesn't have snot in it. Well, I bloody hope not. Well, this is like well, this is funny because she like trolls him here, but then you know she falls for him secretly. You said your IQ was high, but you don't actually know every name from the Sengoku period. Oh well, he's gonna know now. I probably would do the same thing though. Yeah, how dare she? What's that? I can't memorize every name from the Sengoku period. I'm on it.
She said she doesn't. I don't know things.
Yeah.
That's my weakness.
Well, he needs to know everything. This is another quiz. This is extra homework for him. So he already has a 12-hour day. Now he turns it up to 14 hours. Oh wow, that is a brilliant scene there. A Japanese poetry mode.
And now it's time to run.
Well, they're both like the worst at like the physical activity. Like that's what she's worst at. So she's too busy at home playing PlayStation. Oh, that's where that comes from. But wow.
The perfect disguise.
Well, she's the best at disguising herself. And you get a couple other meme-worthy scenes of that later. So why is she still there? But she gets better at hiding later. What's going on with that look? She's running with a very like tired look. She's kind of just flailing her arms. I used to run like that though, but I like running seriously now.
I'm still bad at running.
Yeah, just walk a bunch and then you'll be better at running. I like walking, but no, I haven't been able to do it because Matt. But hopefully that will be done soon and then I can do it again. Yes, you can't take it. This shouldn't be your strategy. I'll distract him with more Japanese history quizzes. Well, he needs to stop to think about it. Wow. Okay. I'm just not good with names though. Even though I'm good with history, I'm just not a name person. So
Not good with names either.
I would fail this quiz as well. But hey, if I had to learn it like he would, I'm sure I could teach myself.
Probably.
Again, till sunset. I think Yotsuba was the best with like the physical stuff, but you don't really see them doing that ever. It will be a prime fan service opportunity, but this show is doesn't really have much like fan service moments.
No, they don't really take the
Which is why it's wholesome, and
consistent fan service route.
which is why I like it. I mean, their designs are like somewhat fan service because they have like above average breast size, but that's basically it. And there's the thumbnail. There's no snot in it. You after I run a lot, I get like snotty. I get like I don't know why. I like physically exert myself and then I'm like coughing and I got like a runny nose and all this. It's very strange.
I can't say I get a runny nose.
That's what happens to me. I get like sick when I'm tired. I literally get like sick symptoms. That's when I'm like not fit. When I am fit, then I basically just don't really get tired much. You can't tell them that you're a history nerd. I think that probably is true. But that's why all us nerds love you. That's like the opposite of what she said in the first episode, so that's how you do characterization. And thus the nerd brain goes off.
Yep, the third eye is opened.
Yeah, the hexagon pyramid. The hexagon skill. See, don't have them do the fusion dance. Make them all equally as powerful separately. I don't know what the fan theorists have to say to that. He just carries their tests on himself. I'm not like a grade person though. I never really like. I usually get like high grades, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes they just troll me. Like I was in law class and I like put in the work, I did the homework, I did everything like right as far as I know. And then he's like, "Duh, B." I'm like, "Fine, dude. You know, whatever. Like, if you don't like it, whatever." Same thing with English class. Like, it's like, oh, I'm like grammatically correct. All my punctuality's correct. You know, I'm like, it's all good. But then it's like, I don't like, I don't like your like writing form. I wish you like phrase things differently. Well, whatever. Like, whatever. That's BS. Wow, that's quite a. I'm not even sure that's a Japanese term, but I wonder if it was just that to be censored. Too much faith in the quintuplets thing. Well, he's a nerd, so he's going to take the goofiest approach. I would too, though.
Oh, how do you think Yotsuba would be like the most troubling one?
Well, she really is. Well, like I said, she sort of is and she sort of isn't. Like she trolls him, but she always shows up. So
Usually think the outgoing, like energetic personalities are usually the most painful ones.
yeah, well, Yotsuba's like the most extroverted. Miku's the most introverted. So, oh god, people are gonna.
Everyone's favorite line. Time to make a compilation of it.
Well, that's people's first ammunition on the. Well, yeah, Miku with Futuro, dude. I have more. I have more ammunition than that. I don't need to. I don't need to use lines such as that. I'm above that.
I could do better than that.
Well, I actually did write. I wrote basically like a collection of notes, like arguing like the amount of scenes and like what it would like merit who gets with Futuro because I'm a total nerd. So I'll probably need to like find those, but is that's just what I do when I'm not you know when I'm not doing like school and when I usually do school I usually do like well and then they're all like, oh, you're so smart or whatever, which is kind of funny because like most of my life I've just been like bullied, but like now everyone like gives me like way more respect than I'm used to. It's probably because like I like dress well, so they're like, oh, whatever, like, oh, high grades, aren't you smart, aren't you
I have not grown up that much since high school.
yeah, well, it's like, oh, you're so presentable and you get such good grades. Ah, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And it's like, well, the funny thing is, like, I present well for them, but the nerd underneath still lurks.
I'm still relatively the same.
I mean, I don't think I'm really that different. I look different, but
Between the times for most of my time I'm not doing work, I'm usually still playing RPGs.
uh huh. I haven't memorized this ending. The ending is good, but oh yeah, they go right into that episode. Oh wow, this is just back to back, right good content. This is a well paced series. The thing is, I've only watched this all the way through uh, once.
Only once.
I've watched plenty of other clips and like done notes on it and stuff, but I've only watched it all the way through once.